All right, everyone, we are back, and I have some pepper ASMR for you through the episode as well. I'm going to be munching on some cut peppers. So if you remember, in this playthrough, we are trading everyone from our active rosters, the Dodgers. We're going to tear it down and try to win a World Series on our own, do better than Andrew Friedman. Or we're just going to end up burning the team to hell, and won't be able to come back. So either way, it's a win-win in my position. So we're going to make some of the big trades today, and first we're gonna warm ourselves up a little bit with some easy deals here that I found as I was looking for larger deals. But we're going to go to MLB. We're going to go to transactions. And don't worry, in this episode, we're going to be trading some of the big names that the Dodgers have. So first team we're going to go with, and we're going to see this team. Actually, we're not going to see this team again. Is the Chicago White Sox. And the player that we're going to trade for, again, we can't trade for anyone who has more than 81 games experience in the MLB. Yoelqui Cespedes. He caught my eye. He was someone who, in our playthrough as the Pirates, ended up being a pretty good player. So I'm going to trade for him just as a speculative piece, and we're going to give up Carson Taylor for him. So maybe I'm missing someone here. Let's go to prospects. Am I missing a Taylor? Taylor. Carson Taylor. So that got the deal done before. But let's see. Let's find a pitcher who doesn't have good. Yadier Alvarez, is he involved in any of my other deals? Let's take a look here real quick. Nope. I think we can trade him in there. So we'll get Yadier out of there as well. And we will trade for Yoelqui. So that's another, just a minor trade. Our second minor trade is from the Rangers. It was someone from their bullpen who it looks like they are a Rule 5 draft pick, and looks like could be a pretty good reliever who we may need because and he's young, because we're getting rid of a lot of players. So we're going to give up Trey Todd. Catcher. Boom. Done. All right, so now the fun stuff. Oh, I got one more pepper to eat. So those are both with AL teams. And now we are going to trade in the NL. Two of these trades are with NL teams. Everything except for, we're making like 10 trades. Only 3 of them are worth NL teams. So we are going to the St. Louis Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals, our dreaded St. Louis Cardinals. And who are we going to give up? We are going to give up Corey Seager. That's right. Corey freaking Seager. Stud. We're going to give up Jimmy Nelson. And we're going to give up Justin Turner. And the reason Justin Turner is being traded to the Cardinals, this is literally the only team. So there's a couple players that wouldn't accept. They had the 10-5 rule that invalidated the trade. One was Kershaw, who we're going to have to cut. The other was Kenley Jansen, who we're going to have to cut. And I went team by team to make sure. And this is Justin Turner's only team we would accept a trade to. So why not use it when we get the chance? So what we're going to do is we're going to have to withhold some of this salary. But the players that we're going to trade for are Matthew Liberatore. And we'll look at each one of these players as we go through as well. Ivan Herrera. Nolan Gorman. Ian Bedell. And Bernardo Flores. If you remember from the Pirates playthrough, we also have him too. So we could include someone else to make the deal go through, or we could just retain some salary, which is what we will actually end up doing. So let's see, is there anyone here that I would want to give up? I think instead of maintaining all of Seager's salary, I would rather just include... do I? Let's see if I include all of it. Yeah, this is fine because Seager's salary only goes 1 year. I don't have to... it's not a multi-year commitment, so we can get out of that pretty... relatively easily. So Jose Aguilar looks like he has some good defense there. Just want to find an underwhelming prospect, which Jacob Gilliland. Sorry if you're watching this, but looks like he fits the bill. So who are we getting? We are getting the Matthew Liberatore, lefty, very high ceiling, the number 13th overall ranked prospect in the major leagues. That's how he's viewed currently. If we go to ratings, and again, this is a low A, not low A, a low level prospect right now. So this will look good in time. Number 3 starter or better for an average accuracy. Low accuracy says he's some seasoning has the maker of a 5th starter. So here's the one thing I'm looking at. Because we don't have great scouting information, it's low accuracy, average accuracy. When I'm picking these players to trade for, I'm looking at a couple things. As the accuracy of the scouting report improves, does the player's ratings as well? So you can see here, this is what the ratings look like, and the scouting report says makings of a 5th starter, and that's with low accuracy. So as accuracy increases, look, those ratings increase. Solid number 3 starter or better. Scouting report increases. So we can probably safely bet that as we get more information on this player, the better he is going to look. Now, if it was the other way, hey, really high ratings when it was low accuracy, but as you get more accurate, the ratings in the scouting report gets a little worse. That's someone you may not want to trade for. And that's how I'm kind of making do in this environment where we don't have, very high or high accuracy on these picks. So anyway, he is the 13th overall prospect in the major leagues. Ivan Herrera, through a couple playthroughs before, he turns out to be a relatively good catcher. And see, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm a little bit worried about him. Low accuracy, 5-star potential. Get a little bit more accurate, 3.5-star potential. His current goes up as you get more accurate, but that's not the case. So if we look at his ratings, okay, OSA, okay. Change around a little bit here with power and eye versus lefties. If we go back to the scouting report as well, everyday catcher, make a top-tier team, but Herrera's projected to be an above-average everyday big league player. So both of those scouting reports, they were good in terms of future, and then the running is about the same. The fielding is the exact same, so probably pretty accurate there. So he's the 70th ranked overall prospect. And the other player that we're looking at is Nolan Gorman. He's the 33rd overall ranked prospect. He has been an interesting case because sometimes he pans out and is a complete stud, and other times he doesn't and is just like nothing to write home about. So you can see the improvement, the potential improves with the lower accuracy. But here's what I think with him. One, he's had pretty good WAR at every stop that he's faced. 240, 250 batting average, kind of what I'm expecting with a little bit of pop. So you think you're getting a third baseman. I think in some playthroughs he's even transitioned around the diamond to maybe second base. But I think he has some potential defensively because you look at the ability to turn a double play here, look at his arm. I think that there's some unlocked potential in this third base. You look at his ratings, good power, good gap power. You're gonna be concerned about strikeouts, obviously, but again, something he could fall into there. So reliable hitter in the grand scheme of things. Yep. So, and again, he's only 20, so he has a little bit of room to grow. Now, Ian Bedell, he is someone now not as solid, I would say, as a Tanner Houck, still someone who has a pretty high floor in terms of what you're going to get. He's one of the players that, as you get more information, he looks better. So, useful role in the rotation, but doesn't seem like someone you want to count on the big spot. Whatever. So we're including him, and then Bernardo Flores, again, relatively high floor from him. And then decent from a pitching perspective. So we're getting 3 top 100 prospects or 3 top 70 prospects, with Liberatore being the crown jewel, a lefty who throws 92, 94. We're going to have a ton of lefties in this playthrough as opposed to our Pirates one where it was all righties. And we have to give up Seager, Jimmy Nelson. And see, I'm really looking at this is I'm not concerned we're giving up Jimmy Nelson. I mean, relievers are, you all know my thoughts on relievers. Justin Turner, if we don't trade him to the Cardinals, we're just straight up not going to trade him because he's not going to go anywhere else, so we'll have to cut him. And then with Seager, we're not getting Liberatore without Seager. There's no chance. And then Gilliland, sorry if you're watching, but not really a high-level prospect there. So we're giving up Seager, who is a free agent after this season. I mean, we could obviously sign him to an extension, but not the end of the world for us, and we're getting some good pieces in return. So we're going to make that trade, and we've received a personal messages. Our fans are shocked that we did not keep Corey Seager. The overall fan interest almost crashed. Let's see. What's that crash look like? 91. Ooh, how will we survive? Hey, man, we're coming from Pittsburgh. We're coming from Pittsburgh where that fan interest is like 50. We still have a long ways to go. And you know what? Based on what I see ahead of us, we might actually hit that. So that's one of the studs for the Dodgers. And we'll go through one more this episode. We will go to the front office. Transactions. So that was Corey Seager. And now we're going to trade everyone's favorite acquisition in 20... When did they acquire? 2020? Did Betts sign in 2020? Yeah. I don't know if he actually signed in 2020 if it's a winner of 2019. Whatever. We're trading Mookie. And who are we trading Mookie to? The Braves. And what are we trading Mookie for? You'll see. So if you look at Mookie's contract, sorry, that was Matt Beatty. I was going to say, wait, that looks very different than Mookie's contract. Reverse. Okay, Mookie. If we look at Mookie's contract, I mean, it's not great for the team, for the Dodgers. It continues to go up, increases, and that's even further past our 2028 playthrough. So can you imagine that? Still having him in when he's 37 years old, just making $30 million? oof. I'm actually kind of glad we're getting out from this contract, even though he is a complete stud. But anyways, long term will be better for us. So who are we getting in return? This might be, I believe, one of those trades where you all think that we are getting hosed at. We're getting Christian Pasche. I'm not sure. I'll have to watch a video between now and the next one I produce to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. 14th overall prospect. He has turned, in a couple of playthroughs I've done this year and previously, he has had a fantastic career. You can see here, high contact, awesome gap power, doesn't strike out a whole ton, good on the bases, and just a stud center fielder, like multiple Gold Glove winning center fielder capability here. So, yeah, I mean, overall, good scouting report on him. Cornerstone-ish type player. And if we look at the ratings, again, not a huge dip there. And I think there's still a little bit development left on that bone. You can see with the eye discipline, the avoid Ks, and then the contact. 14th overall prospect. So Christian Pasche, I'm not sure. So he's going to be really kind of the crown jewel of this trade. The next one is going to be Grayson Janista. I mean, nothing really to write home about here. Just an above average defensive player at first base that has the potential to have like I feel like this is going to do him just disservice, like a Joey Votto kind of profile here. The Ks are probably a little bit too low for that. I would probably maybe like a poor man's Joey Votto. Good eye, can go deep. Solid defensively. And again, he's kind of like farm system filler. And then we'll also trade for, let me see if I can find Corbin Koch, a closer. And pretty high floor here. He is a switch hitting closer, if you can believe that. 93, 95, throws. He's a lefty. So, like I said, pretty high floor here as well. He's someone that could probably pitch within the next, year or two in the majors. And then those are probably the lesser players that we're getting. The other ones we're getting, Daysbel Hernandez. Again, very high floor. In terms of closing, 97, 99 miles per hour. And then it gets better as the accuracy improves. So that's someone that could move through the lineup or the system quick. And then lastly, Shane Langeliers. So I believe he was drafted pretty high by the Braves. Looks like he has lost some favor with them. Low floor, for sure. I'm not going to lie there. Low floor. Pretty high ceiling, though. Good defensively as a catcher. Decent on the base paths. If he puts the bat together, he could become I feel like, an all-star level catcher. So this is someone who's not in the top 100, but you can see as we get more information on him, the better his profile looks. So even though he's not in the top 100 now, I believe maybe next year he could be. So I feel like we're taking a little bit of risk on here. Now here's why I'm making this deal, because with anybody else to get something quality in return, I would have to continue paying a ton of Mookie Betts' salary, which I just can't fathom doing that. Our money would improve to $69 million. Nice. 69. Nice. 96. Kind of nice. So we're accomplishing a couple goals here. We're getting rid of Betts, and we're dumping most of the salary. And we're getting a Gold Glove winning center fielder potential here, and we're getting some other decent pieces back. So I know people watching this might scream, like, why are you doing this? Because the Braves are going to be 100% the favorite to win the in the World Series after this, which I don't know. Will they be? Is there going to be a logjam at right field? They'll probably move Acuna around, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. So there's only 9 spots on the field, no matter how good the team, no matter how good your players are. So anyone, like I said, anyone else, this is the most we're going to get to not retain a lot of that salary. So it was a win-win for me. I would love to trade, and again, remember, we are only trading for players that have less than 81 games played in major leagues. So would I love to trade for Ozzie Albies? Yes. Would I love to trade for like a package of Albies and totally losing my train of thought here. Who's their third? Austin Riley. You know, would I love to trade for a package of him for Mookie Betts? Absolutely. But by the challenges rules, we have to trade for someone who's played less than 81 games, and these all fit the tab. So we'll make that trade there. I'm interested to see what happens with our fan interest. It's almost crashed. Let's see what happened there. Manager's office, 90. Oh, it crashed one whole tick. I don't know how we'll ever survive. So we'll stop there for that video. Made a couple trades, got rid of Corey Seager, Mookie Betts, and a couple low-level prospects. So very interested to see what the next episodes are going to hold for us. And I believe these next deals are going to have the 4 that we will do in the next episode. Yeah, we'll do 4 in the next episode as well. These 4 will be the best players that we get out of these trades, in my opinion. And then the trades that we do after that, we will get players with the highest ceilings, if that makes sense. So these, I feel like, coming up are going to be our highest floor, best overall players. And then the next ones that we do after that are going to be our highest ceiling players. So anyways, I will see you tomorrow in the next video. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you all soon in the next one. Peace.